Okay, we ended last time after the first round of divination dice. So we are at the top of round 2. Do you all remember the rules?
Yes, but I'm still gonna get the little handout ready.
Vaguely.
Okay, yeah, go.
I still remember. I remember reading. I'm reading the rules right now.
Okay. Another thing is we're not going to bother with all the whispering because honestly, it made the end of the game too quiet. So we'll just. Okay, so it's top of the round. The house takes everybody's bets, which is 12 hours. So everybody antes up 12 hours. The hour total is 192.
Ooh.
Now, some people want to win that, remember, because they've amassed a great hourly debt of their own. Other people want to win a spot in the so-called viewing, and other people want to trade a spot further up in line. You guys are probably looking for a spot in the viewing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Yes, that's what we decided on.
Okay, good. Making sure I was on the same page as you. So, Lux, as the prime, you go first. So, roll your 1d6 to see how much mana you have this round. And you don't have to whisper it.
Well then.
You have 1. So, what are you going to do with your 1?
I'm going to haste.
Okay.
So my new value would be
a 10 in the red bubble.
10.
Okay. Well, Mooney. Roll a d6.
Fine.
2.
I'll haste myself 2.
Okay. Strider.
What the? Wow.
The dice are being stingy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Give me a shave save.
The diviners are people in the middle, right? That's
Well,
us.
everybody's a diviner. You're all diviners. The people in the middle are the contenders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll haste myself. Why not?
Okay.
Okay.
Spruce, it's your turn.
Hi, yes! Okay. I get bad rolls all the time. Okay, I wanna haste what's 3? I wanna haste 3 to that.
Let's see. Contender, you can only haste up to 2.
Oh, poopy.
Yeah, for yourself.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do that.
Ambush someone.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to.
Just wait. I'm going to ambush.
Okay, so I've increased.
You just wait.
No.
So,
Increase,
having hasted yourself 2, you have 2 more points to spend.
I'm gonna ambush the purple lady, 2.
Or do you mean the one on the purple row, the pursuit?
No, yeah, I meant this lady.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna ambush her 2, move her back to the center.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it is the chronic gambler's turn. He rolls a 4. He hastes himself 2. And He is going to harry Spruce by 2, and I'll adjust it for you.
God dang it.
We're back at the start. I should note that based on our playtests of this, there's a lot of hanging around the center in the first 2 to 3 turns, but the game breaks out around turn 4.
Okay.
Okay.
You can see it's already kind of starting to break out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people up
Yeah.
top.
Hi, it's me and Lux.
Mhm.
And then the stupid pursuit. Ugh.
Okay. Uh-oh.
She's going to tarry.
Okay, so she tarries. Put that in the blue bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And, in fact, I'm going to mark her as tarrying.
Oh, can you like store? No, you can't store your mana. I'm sorry.
Well, what she's doing is she's saving her turn for the end of the round. Only one diviner per round can tarry.
Oh.
And only
And-
one diviner can tarry once per game.
Right, and you can only so once you've tarried once, you can't do it again. Honestly, doing it when you roll a 6 is probably a good idea because it lets you look at the board and make your decisions after the entire turn is over.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to haste himself 2. He's going to harry Mooney by 1. He has 3 points. And then the pursuit goes.
Mooney.
What?
So offended.
I genuinely thought, okay?
Well, everybody
Very
else
in
has it.
character.
She is going to overtake the
Uh-oh.
gambler.
Okay. So she trades values with the gambler. So the gambler becomes the pursuit, and she takes his place as a contender.
So she has 5 moves. She's going to haste 1.
She can't haste.
Oh, as a contender, she can.
Yep, I'm sorry.
Haha.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
So she is going to decrease by 1 point
Okay.
and ask her question.
Okay. So whisper me the question. The questions are secret.
Mhm.
Yes, if you can bounce back and forth on your square, you can scry again. Now, you'll never be able to do that on a single turn. You can only adjust your own score, your own board position once per turn. But I mean, a valid strategy is to stay right around a spot, trying to bounce back and forth on it as often as possible. Okay.
She is going to, let's see, use the last.
She's got 4 points left.
Yeah, she's going to use 2 to push Strider right.
Oh, poop.
For Strider,
Oh, poop.
add 2 to your red bubble, and move yourself 2 spaces to the right.
And she is going to ambush Purple Hat Man
All right.
and move him 2 to the left.
Oh, that's a man?
I thought it was a lady too.
I have no idea.
He is very fancy looking.
He's a fancy man.
Mm.
Oh, he's a fancy man. They're probably fancy man.
Well, that's possible.
So, it's the tarried woman's turn now, correct?
Yes, it is.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Got some good things for sale, stranger.
And she has 6. She is going to increase by 2. She is going to harry. That's a diviner above you. Yeah, she's just gonna harry Lux by 2. Decrease her.
2 negative points, Lux. She basic.
She's been kind of mumbling to herself about like not gonna let these interlopers take my spot.
Whoa!
Oh.
And she is going to ambush Strider by 1. And that's her turn.
So
Okay.
I'm the
left
back
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did we hear that? Like her saying that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
Okay, then I'm just like, whoa!
I paid my dues. Promoter, I can't believe you brought 4 in from the back of the line. I wouldn't have agreed to this if I'd known you were going to bring them in.
Jealous?
Well, that's the luck of the draw, isn't it? All right.
Now, the promoter remains impassive. Lux, it's your turn again.
Did I have to
Okay.
adjust my score too? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I did that. Just making sure that's what I was supposed to do.
I'm gonna move 2 spaces forward.
Okay. Okie dokie. Mooney,
Yo,
it is your turn.
what about Lux?
Lux
oh,
went.
she already moved.
Yes.
My bad. Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Alright. So I shall haste myself forward to the scrying,
All right.
and I shall ask my question.
You get to ask a question. Which question would you like to ask?
Is that also going to be in secret? Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Whisper.
Whisper it to me.
Wait, do I change my score first?
Yeah, go ahead and change your score.
Okay, hold on.
Anytime you move on the board, change your score.
Okay, there we go. Mooney nods her head.
Okay. Now, Mooney has 1 more point.
I shall obscure.
Mooney
No,
cannot.
not. I'm a contender.
Yeah.
I mean, ambush the pursuit and decrease the score by 1.
Okay. Strider. Roll.
Okay. I want to what's it called? Harry Lux. Forward 2 points.
Okay. You can. It earned you sharp looks from some of the other competitors.
Uh-oh.
The promoter allows this to happen, but says nothing.
Oh, right.
Well, Lux, you may ask a question.
Okay.
Strider, give me a performance roll.
Okay.
She does that anime girl thing with the knuckles to her head.
Oh.
If you could see her mouth, she'd have her tongue sticking out.
Mhm.
I see it. Except she has no mouth.
I love it.
She manages to convince the others that she's an airhead and didn't know what she was doing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like pointing my fingers, counting on them.
Oh,
One,
shit.
2. Oh.
Okay, now Strider. Okay, that's all of your points.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on to Spruce.
Okay.
It likes those twos.
God dang it.
Oh my god. Dice, why?
I'm gonna.
Beautiful.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
And
I'm putting it
lovely.
down. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Rations were full of beans.
yeah. I'm gonna scoot up 2 again, I guess, toward the scrying patch.
Okay. All right, we'll scooch and remember to adjust your current score. Ah, another thing. I don't remember.
They keep their initiative.
Do they keep it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. I couldn't remember what the decision on that had been. Okay. Well, in that case, it is actually the pursuit's turn. He rolls a 5. He is going to assault, increasing the score of everyone on the board by 3. He is also going to increase his own score by 3.
But we stay in our same spots?
No, when assault is different than obscure, you actually move. So Spruce, you will land on a scrying square.
Oh boy.
Bruce, he's looking at you. Like,
Well, in order for him to land on a scrying square, somebody had to land on it. He couldn't increase or decrease. So the pursuit asks his question, and Spruce, you may ask yours. So have a look at the questions and whisper me which question you would like to ask.
Well.
All right. Now, let me, so he asks his question, and then he exhausts. And it is now the cautious seeker's turn.
Yep. What's she gonna roll? Whoop whoop.
Ah! The heck,
Whoop,
2
whoop.
of them.
Zia stealing all them elite rolls.
I'm telling you, once they become DM, they
Yeah.
roll the best. Let me.
once you
Almost
become
wanna
DM, you
choose
can slide
cheating.
into people's DMs like, hey.
That too.
Okay.
She is going to ambush Hatman.
Okay.
Negative 2 points.
Suck
And
it!
You cannot catch a break.
She's actually gonna Harry Strider past the secret to the other side of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Girl?
And passing over
scrying.
it does not allow you to scry.
I
Land.
figured.
You have to
I'm
land
mad on it.
on it.
Alright, so I increased my score by 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's our turn.
Okay. And it is
This bitch been playing a while, hasn't she?
the curious onlooker's turn. This dice rolls a sweet, sweet 1.
Woo!
Hot dig it.
Yeet.
Last, the original pursuit goes.
Mm-hmm. She's going to ambush Strider by 1 positively.
Strider, you're just
So popular.
I'd ambush you, Mooney, if you weren't on the if you weren't on the end.
Well, turn 3 ends. You hear the thunk as the tiles on
that?
the side turn and light up, indicating another day has passed.
The hours go up.
The hours go up. It is the beginning of turn 4.
Man, I had like a whole strategy last time we were playing, and now it's like
Oh, I know.
slept so
me
much.
too. I was keeping track of like, okay, this person's moved this way and
I've
this
slept
way.
since then.
So maybe they're above, maybe they're below. I've lost track
Oh,
completely.
me too. That's what I was thinking too. Honestly, Mooney was like, I've slept since then. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In reality, it would be very helpful to take notes.
Yes.
Obviously, your characters cannot take notes in game.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to keep it all mentally. But
I had a notepad.
as players, having a notepad and writing like +1, +2, -2 would allow you to kind of figure out how much everybody has moved.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna haste back 1.
Okay.
Tell me your secret. I'm kidding. That was
You get-
actually a line from League of Legends.
Well, my notes didn't have anything about this.
Wah, wah. Okay, Lux, you have 4 points left.
I am gonna slow
Okay.
Mrs. Swan.
This is who?
Miss Swan.
Oh, okay. I assume. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, other way.
It goes that way. All right. You have 1 additional point.
I would like to get.
Basically, your only option left is obscure if you want to do it.
Yes, I obscure.
Increase or decrease?
I increase.
Okay, so you're going to increase, and you increase your score as well.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I decrease.
Decrease. Okay, so everybody decrease your score. Do not change your board position.
Gotta go around trying to change everybody, Lux.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Alrighty. Mooney, it's your turn.
Okay. There's nothing. Okay. Alright. I shall ambush. I forgot whoever this guy is. But decrease his score by 1.
Okay.
Whoa, he's stuck in the middle.
With you.
Well.
Okay. So that's your turn. Strider.
Yes. Okay.
For once. I'm only joking, Strider.
Okay, I guess I'll haste myself. Do.
Okay. All right, and you get to ask a question of the house.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Oh, hang on, I'm trying to get this to work.
All right, Strider.
Okay.
You have 3 points left.
Ambush me. Or the fancy man.
Got ambush her on the top hat.
Ambush top hat by 2 points.
Yes.
Positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay. He moves 2 points in the positive direction. You have 1 point left? Hold on.
Can I do anything with it?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, you could harry. However, that would be seen as helping at this point. So you're not sure if you could pull off the anime girl airhead again.
Yeah, I think I'll just let it go.
All right, so you'll stay.
That kind of sucks that it's both me and Lux above her, and that's it.
That's the roll of the dice. Spruce.
Please, not a 2.
Yay! It's a 3.
Ha ha ha.
What are you doing, Spruce?
I'm gonna move down to, and I'm gonna move, what is it, Miss Swan? This lady? I'm gonna move her up 1.
Okay.
Forehead.
I wish I could move people down, but or people down above me, but yeah. That would be cheating to them.
Yep. One thing that you can kind of know about, I mean, the board position doesn't tell you a lot, but you know that if they're right of center, that their score has been added to. If they're all the way right, and particularly if they've been all the way right for some time, I mean, their score has been added to significantly. So unless they started very, very low, being on the edges, the left or the right, means that they are likely far outside of the range. Because remember, the dice is determined by rolling 3d6. That means that the result is going to be between 3 and 18. With the average being somewhere in between. But, I mean, you don't know if you get the average on any particular game. But anyone who is on either edge of the board, unless they roll very low or very high, is likely far outside of the range. So that's worth knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spruce, I think that's all you can do, correct?
Yes.
Well, the compulsive gambler's turn. Let's see here. He's going to stay right where he's at. It is the curious onlooker's turn. Cautious seeker. Sorry.
Yep.
The cautious seeker.
She's
Top
gonna
Hats
move.
McGee.
That's what her friends call her.
I wouldn't say you're my friends. She's gonna haste and decrease by 2. She is going to ask her question. She's going to ambush him by 1 and push him to the left. And that's her turn.
Right, well. It is the curious onlooker's turn. He rolls a 1. He is going to ambush Spruce and decrease his score by 1.
Ow!
And that's his turn.
Well, she rolls, but declines to do anything.
Okay.
Well, promoter, I do believe I fold. I would have liked an operation, but I'm not favoring the look of my options. I'll try again another day. Thank you all.
The promoter nods and accepts her withdrawal. Thank you. So, as the promoter takes the bets for the next round, the operation woman folds, and the curious onlooker shakes his head and stands up from the table and walks away.
Oh.
So these two fold. Table is down to 6. It's just you 4 and these other 2.
Mooney was like unfazed when they left.
Lux, there you go. What would you like to do with your 6 points?
Harry.
I'm gonna tarry.
Good idea. Put your 6 into the blue bubble. I will mark you as tarrying. Mooney.
Don't.
What would you like to do with your 2 points?
I'm going to haste myself.
Mm-hmm.
2 points to the left.
Okay. Strider.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll just move 1 space for now.
Okay.
To the left. That uses up 1 mana, or is it still uses up
Nope.
2?
It uses 1.
Uses 1. Okay.
You have 4 left.
Okay. Damn, there's not much I can do to this chick. Okay. I will my Harry, Mooney. Sorry. Oh, to the right 2 spaces.
Okay. Gotta keep up appearances.
Yeah. Sorry, Mooney. I'm sorry.
He huffs.
And okay, ambush only applies to contenders, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, ambushed Mooney, and I guess I'll harry Lux.
Okay.
2 to the left.
Okay. to adjust your score, Lux. And Bruce, it is your turn.
Please don't be 2 or 1.
You somehow magically got a 1.5.
It's a 3 again.
I'm not complaining.
I am.
We leave all the complaining to Mooney. She is expert at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna scooch myself to the left, and then I will Harry Strider up 1.
The chronic gambler and the cautious seeker kind of look towards the promoter. And the promoter looks back, but says nothing. These moves are allowed. You can do whatever you like. However, allowing another player to land on a scrying square is an unusual tactic. And now it's happened twice in one game. Now, these people don't know that you all know each other. The promoter is aware that you came out of the same spot in line, but doesn't necessarily know that you are a group. Just so you're aware of the context of your actions.
Thought it'd be okay because she's going up, but yeah.
Strider, you may ask a question. Bruce, that is your turn. The chronic gambler's turn. He is going to assault the board by 3. And he is going to increase all scores by 3. He is also going to increase his own score by 3 and ask a question.
I hate this guy so much.
Probably thinks the same of us.
Then he's going to exhaust and move his score back down.
She is going to haste to decrease. Bruce, she is going to harry you back 2 points.
Huh?
And that's her turn.
Okay.
The tiles on the side of the board roll over, indicating a new round. The number of total hours goes up. Certainly, if someone needs hours, this would be the game to win.
Okay. Oh wait, I went to the last turn, or do I wait till the next turn?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now.
Lux, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to slow the pursuit back to.
Okay.
And I'm gonna obscure -1 and haste decrease by 3. I think that's. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So everybody, make sure that you decrease your score by 1 from obscuring. Okay. Is that all? 2, 2, 1. Yeah. Mooney?
Huh.
Huh.
No, like, something happened and did that.
Oh, okay. It's her turn, so you can go ahead and roll.
Me?
Yeah. See? A nice, even, medium roll.
Oh, I accidentally GM'd that. Ooh.
That's okay. It's not that big a deal.
I shall haste myself to going down. And I will ambush and decrease top hat by 1.
Ho ho. Now we're all suspicious.
Okay. So Top Hat goes and gets a question. She asks the question and is given an answer. Strider, it's your turn.
I give top hat a wink.
God, you're such a cheeky little. Yeah, I'm gonna just haste myself too to the left.
Okay.
Yaha.
Ask your question. Bruce, it's your turn.
Ho ho ho. Okay.
Both of your opponents look quite confident in their position.
Yatta.
Taking into account, of course, that the 3 people above you on the board don't really count as your opponents.
Okay, I'm going to move down 2.
Okay.
I'm going to. I guess I can't like start my turn and then Terry, huh?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, if you would like to take that action back and go ahead and Terry, I'll allow that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So go ahead and move yourself back. Terry, put your mana into your blue number, your blue bubble.
Bubble butt.
Home dog gonna wait with his bubble butt.
And it's the gambler's turn. He is going to overtake Lux.
What?
Lux becomes the pursuit. Oh, I'm sorry, he can't. He
You
can't
only
do
do
that.
contenders.
He can't do that. Got to read your own rules. You made them, you scrub.
Oh no.
In that case. Choo. You know what? He's going to do it to Strider instead.
Oh no! She's gone!
Goodbye, Strider.
Now they just take each other's places, but they don't take each other's scores, right?
Right. The scores do not change. Just the place on the board. And, of course, their abilities with them. And he is going to haste himself 1 point. And then he's going to harry Lux by 2 points in the negative. So subtract 2 points of your score, move 2 points to the left. And he is going to stay. That is his turn.
Okay.
The cautious seeker's turn.
She hastes 1 point to the positive. She harries Lux by 1 point to the positive. She ambushes Mooney and moves her 2 points to the right.
Okay. Strider, you have become the pursuit.
The tiles switch.
Yep.
How the turntables.
Yeah, he hates me. Shit.
You enter into the 7th turn.
Oh, do I take my turn after, or?
Oh, yep. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that. Go ahead and take your turn, Spruce.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna still move myself forward to...
Okay.
I'm gonna move the gambler up 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move the top hat down 1. So that way she's confused.
Okay.
And that's it. I think that's all I can do.
Yes, that's all you can do. So, the seeker asks her question, gets her answer. Mooney, it's your turn.
Wait. Lux was,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Boy, I'm a good player. Lux, it is your turn. Go ahead and go.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna haste 3 points decreased.
Okay.
Let's do a 2. And I'm going to... No, I'm gonna decrease by 2.
Just 2. Okay.
And I am going to slow top hat, increase it by 2.
Well, slow simply moves them further from...
Oh, okay, then I'll slow top hat.
Okay. So she moves 2 negative.
Oh, wow, I did do something good then.
And I think you have 1 more point.
And I'm gonna obscure by increasing everyone by 1.
Okay.
Well,
Everyone's score increases by 1?
Yes.
I mean, I couldn't go more right even if I wanted to.
Yeah, on the plus side, you can't move any further from your scrying squares. On the negative side, you can just keep increasing there. And it's actually a valid strategy to continually pump up the score of a person that's on either edge or subtract from it. Because you can basically push them further and further away from the point. So you do have to pay attention, because if they overtook from the pursuit position,
Can I change it?
Change what?
Obscure to -1.
Yes, you can change.
Okay.
So, -1 instead?
-1 instead.
-1 instead.
Okay.
wait, -1.
So subtract 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Damn, the frickin' 3.
Don't announce your score, Mooney. Strider.
Wait,
No,
I didn't
actually,
go.
I'm sorry. It's
Yeah, I was like, wait.
well, I hit the turn counter and I said, "Oh, it's Strider," but then I remembered Mooney hasn't gone because I'm a turn ahead of myself, living in the future.
Yep.
I shall haste my score, decreasing it by 2.
Okay.
And I give Top Hat the Snai Eye and decrease her score by 1.
Okay. Now it's Strider's turn. I think I'm finally back on track.
Yep.
Now, Strider, you are now the pursuit, so you have new abilities.
Yeah, I was looking at him.
Change your space.
Huh?
Change your spot. Get your spot back.
Well, the pursuit is very unique in terms of what they can do.
It's pretty good. You can move
Yeah.
everyone. That's really good.
And the pursuit can move more than anybody else. Okay, so Strider exhausts and moves 4 points to the left, which of course reveals something to the astute player. Spruce, it's your turn.
Oh. Wait, hold on, I'm still trying to figure out what just happened.
Read the rules.
I am. I'm reading them.
No,
My
the ones
brain
for
is not
me.
connecting. Okay.
So, write down in your notes what that means. And go ahead and roll your mana.
It's not one thing, it's another.
Spruce and those 3s. Holy crap.
I'm gonna move myself 1
Okay.
to the left. I'm gonna. What is it? Increase the top hat persons by 1. And increase the gamblers by 1.
Okay. And you get a question if you moved. What is your question? Remember to read the rules concerning the questions just to make sure you understand what happened.
I think I do, but I'm still like, oh.
It is the chronic gambler's turn. He reduces his own score by 1. He increases Mooney's by 2. And he decreases the Seekers by 1. It's the Seeker's turn.
Roll insight on her.
Everybody roll insight on the Seeker.
There's those rolls.
She's wringing her hands. She was confident earlier. She's starting to look fretful. You know that she wants a spot closer in line. She is afraid that she will lose her spot to you. Perhaps you could convince her that you're only here for the viewing, and she'll leave.
What? The Seeker? Is that your name? Or what you're called?
Well, I tell you what.
No.
Looking
You want us to
at
just
her
roll?
and kind of understanding that you're not really supposed to let on that you know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a deception check.
Everyone?
Who all wants to?
I have
Basically,
5 in deception. Anybody else?
I mean, Strider's going to be the best at it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if there's any way we can help, like if we can catch on that she's doing it, I'll like assist, like going along with her scheme, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, Strider, roll first. Okay. That's a pretty good deception roll. Strider begins kind of chit-chatting. You know, nothing particularly important, but she gets around to talking about how excited she is about the viewing, how she wants to see the doctor's work. The 3 of you may join in and back her up on that.
Oh, really? Just the viewing?
Oh yeah,
Only?
this is my first time, so I'm not. I'm sure it'd be a great honor to go under the knife, but I just want to I want to see what's gonna happen.
Oh, I see. I remember my first viewing. Oh, what an experience. I had to run right back into line.
Oh,
You see, I've been
really?
waiting a while. I certainly was hoping the 2 other gentlemen that I might take their spots, but well,
The chronic gambler looks and says, "I like my position," and just kind of
I'd
gives
like it more.
Oh.
he kind of, heh, heh. I want the hours.
I see.
Wow. Now I really want to get in there and see it.
Okay. Well, let's see. She rolls her dice,
Oh.
and rather than taking any particular stance, she simply moves up once.
A new turn begins.
She lifts her hat to you and says, "Thank you for the game. I do hope you enjoy your viewing."
Oh, thank you very much.
She
I
leaves.
hope you get to. Well, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Best of luck.
So, the curious seeker folds at the beginning of the next round. Now it's just you 4 and the chronic gambler. He wants the hours. You want the viewing. Only one can win.
Shit.
Now,
Okay.
just to put this out there, you 4 don't necessarily care which of you wins the viewing. That's all I need to say.
Mm-hmm.
The hours go up. The chronic gambler's eyes are alight. He has a lot of hours stacked up. He wants to win those hours so that he can rejoin his place in line. He likes that it's 612 hours. And the game is almost done. It's the final round. Whoever is closest to the secret at the end of this round will win. Lux, it's your turn.
I am going to slow him down the gambler by 1.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna catch Spruce's attention, like being a little flirty, and
You know what? He goes this way. Ten times.
Lordy.
Blows a kiss and looks down. What kind of baseball signal is this?
It sounds like old school, like Looney Tunes.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can understand it just from viewing it?
Sure. Okay, Mooney. Alright, Lux, explain this to Mooney.
the secret is less than 10.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Mooney manages to figure out that the secret is less than 10. Based on Lux's weird performance. Now, Lux, Spruce, you also manage. Lux, do a deception.
Oh.
There's a strange atmosphere around the table now. Confusion has been sown among the ranks. You don't know what the promoter and what the chronic gambler think of you now. Mooney, it's your turn.
I tarry.
All right. So put your value in there, and we'll move on to Strider.
I kind of just want to stay where I am.
Well, roll your mana.
Whoa.
Okay.
Would you like a nudge?
Yes, please.
Act aggressively towards Lux.
Okay.
With your playing, as if you're trying to sabotage her.
Do I have to roll a performance while I do it?
No, just act aggressively. Just do anything to her.
Alright. Alright. I will decrease her score by 1.
Well, you would have to assault the entire board.
Oh. Damn it.
Do it.
Wait.
Tell you what. Increase everybody's score by 1.
Okay. Up y'all go.
Now, the only 2 people who don't move, of course, are the Chronic Gambler and Mooney, who are at the edge of the board. Bruce, it is your turn.
Oh, yatta.
I will give you one more nudge. Pretend that you are trying to keep Lux as far away from the scrying squares as possible.
Okay.
Mooney, you whispered that to me.
Oh.
You got caught.
Do I die?
No, you don't die. That's weird.
Wait, but I thought I whispered that to Spruce.
No, you whispered it to me. I'm sorry.
You're leaning into the promoter. Hey, Spruce.
Okay.
Well, nice knowing y'all. I wanted to be out of this stupid Maverot place anyways.
Try winking and blowing kisses at the promoter and see if that helps.
What is that? A performance check?
Give me a deception.
He's not convinced.
All right, well, it works. It works. It's better than average.
You get the promoter's number.
Hot dig.
I slip it into my robe.
He's like,
Sensually.
call
You go,
me
girl.
cutie.
I give
He's
him a
been having a
smirk and a
different
giggle.
voice. Okay, I want to bring Lux's score down.
Okay.
1. I want to bring.
Lux, decrease your score by 1.
I want to bring the gamblers down 1. And I want to bring mine down 1.
Okay.
Quit scrying over there.
There's no
Nope.
scrying in baseball.
Ask your question.
Who are you?
Make
I'm
sure
the
to
promoter.
just ask him.
You wasted your question. Congratulations.
What?
It is the chronic gambler's turn. He grimaces. He thinks. He reduces his score by 1. Asks a question. Surveys the board. And stays. The final round
I
counter on it.
tarried.
Oh, okay. You tarried. Lord have mercy. I will never remember who tarried. Go.
Okay. So I haste myself to decrease my score by 2.
Okay.
So I have 3 points left.
Yeah.
Get out of there. I ambushed the gambler to decrease his score by 2. No, increase.
Increase.
By
Okay.
2. And I'll stop there.
All right. Now
Hopefully.
the final tile flips on the edge of the board. The 8th day passes, and the promoter reveals the secret. The number was 7.
Oh.
Lux wins.
Oh.
I knew it!
So, did any of you actually sort of start to get a feel for where the secret was?
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew I
Yes.
needed to go lower, that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Same,
before
but-
even we got the hint. I was like, I need to go lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I figured,
I
but
just had problems finding where everyone else was, but like I knew roughly where we needed to go and where Lux needed to be. I got that part too.
Okay.
I kept pushing the other guys out. I was gonna go.
Well, good. It seems like the game kind of functioned as intended.
mm-hmm.
I'm glad it worked out. So, Lux, you have 1 divination dice. You get to choose your reward. Now, the rewards are as follows. You may take the position of anybody else currently in the game. You can take their position in line. Now, your other 3 compatriots are in the same position as you, but the chronic gambler actually has a rather close spot. If you wanted his position, you could take it. You could take the 612 hours that have been bid against your own penalty, but since it's your first game, you have no penalty. The final option is a seat in the viewing. And of course,
Well, she made it sound so good. I would like to choose the viewing.
the promoter nods, and the rest of you are dismissed.
Okay.
Yes, and the other players now have a 96-hour deficit. You have to stay out of the line for
Couple days.
4 days.
4 days.
You have to sit out of the line for 4 days. And
Hey,
I'll-
wait, like before. Oh, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. No. Go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, before we like all leave, do we want to like cause a ruckus, like roll a deception, so that way Mooney could like transform and slip into Lux's robe or something?
Now, she was given tickets. She can go in at her leisure.
Yes, she was given a pass. She can enter at her leisure. So if Mooney would like to wild shape into a mouse or something, you guys can kind of slip off and do that surreptitiously out of sight.
Yeah. So everybody walk away in different directions, and then we'll all meet up back later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all return. You know that the viewing will happen soon. So Lux actually walks up the line and around to the front of the building, where there is an assistant there. Let me
Did
Yeah.
we shapeshift?
Okay. Mooney, are you going to shapeshift and attempt to ride with Lux?
Yes.
Okay. So you can shapeshift into a mouse or probably any like small animal, a squirrel.
I shapeshift
spider.
into something
A
that
bird, maybe.
I shapeshift into something that makes the least amount of noise and can hide under her robe.
Well, probably a mouse. He can't shapeshift into a bird because it has a flying speed, and he can't wild shape into anything that can fly until like 6th level or something like that.
Don't want to be a bug? I feel like a bug would be far less conspicuous.
A bug is not a beast.
It has to be a beast.
Has to be a beast.
Fine, a mouse it is.
Then a mouse and a mouse and a mouse will be.
So there is a little Mooney mouse riding in Lux's hood.
Uh-oh, better be careful. We don't want to get sued.
So you walk up to the front, carefully showing your ticket to everybody who looks at you oddly. They allow you to pass, and the assistant at the door takes your ticket and then leads you around the west side of the house and down into the viewing theater. The rest of you, you're kind of looking at your spot in the line. Actually, Lux, he leads you briefly into a waiting room. And Mooney, of course, you are with her.
For the purposes of your duration in the lobby here, you may take a short rest.
Yes. While you're waiting for everything to happen, about an hour or so passes. Same for Strider and Spruce. So if you would like to roll hit dice, you may. If you want to refresh anything that refreshes on a short rest, you may. Strider and Spruce, as y'all are kind of standing off to the side of the line, you see some promoters come up and put a flag where you were standing. They inform you that whenever your hourly penalty is up, you may rejoin the line where the flag is. Now the line goes ahead and moves past your flags.
Right.
But you'll be able to rejoin there whenever your penalty is paid. You're standing around, and you see a promoter walking nearby. As she passes an alleyway, 3 men emerge and surround her. She barely has time to yelp before they roughly shove her down the darkened corridor. You see people shifting uncomfortably in line, but none seem willing to abandon their spots.
Wait, I just missed all that. What happened?
We have to help her.
We just witnessed a woman basically get kidnapped. Well, hell yeah! If our spots are gonna be here when we get back anyway, let's go.
Okay. Well, Spruce and Strider, you chase these ruffians down into the alleyway. Oh, no, not that alleyway. Boom. Let's
Took
get
a
you out of
wrong
it
turn in a bad neighborhood.
now. We had these alleyways set up a little bit differently.
You're gonna die.
Well, maybe. Okay. You two run into the alleyway.
Guns ablazing.
Well, you hear raised voices ahead, and you see a glimmer of light. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you should be able to see ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the men is roughly demanding something of the promoter. He says, "We want to see the surgeon. I ain't getting operated on by someone I ain't laid eyes on, and I hate your stupid game. I ain't playing it. Give me seats at the viewing." He's kind of roughly shoving her. The other ruffians around are kind of waving knives.
Where'd Spruce go? I can't see him.
I can't see you. Oh.
Where are you?
Bruce, is there something wrong?
There's Spruce.
No, I'm right there. But I was in the darkness
y'all's
earlier.
lanterns aren't on, so you can't see
Yeah.
through the dark.
Oh.
You have not lit your lanterns. You will need to light your lanterns in the darkness if you wish to see each other.
And you might not want to do that. Just...
No,
Yeah, I don't wanna
we're
do
just
that.
gonna bump into each other and make shit tons of noise.
Well, and
I've got
actually,
dark
I mean,
vision.
you can use the darkness to your advantage.
Yes.
But in this dark
No.
here, you can't see anything in front of you. You're going to have to progress very, very slowly.
Well, absolutely. We're just listening in for now till we can see him.
Just feel around you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Feel everything.
Well, give me some stealth rolls.
Oh man.
Who's just gonna
God.
trip? Knocking on wood.
Could I not do it like as survival?
No.
Like, because I'm trying to survive the darkness, and this is something
No,
close to
I'm sorry.
900.
You know, I was
Alright.
thinking,
I'm attacking the dark.
Word
I was
play.
thinking maybe she'll sell it to me. She didn't.
Well, like as you know, as a hunter, as a blood hunter, you know, being used to like having to travel.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the...
I get it.
Look, just feel along the wall, and I'll be right behind you.
Well, tell you what. Yeah, give me a stealth roll, Spruce. There you go.
I
Okay.
hate you.
Well, Spruce, you rolled so well. I will allow you to make a survival roll. Make me a survival roll. You
Oh shit.
listening carefully,
This is wonderful.
and you hear Strider kind of bumping along beside you. You reach out, and also because you critter roll, decrease your stress by 2.
Critter roll.
Critter roll. You reach out and you touch Strider and whisper to her quietly, directing her in which way she should go. Strider, you may roll again on your stealth.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Please, make it. Please, please, please. Okay, better.
Okay, that's a little better.
I was
And
gonna
to-
cry if it was a 1.
Together, the two of you crawl along
Technically,
on-
the lowest you can make is a 5.
I know, but
the cobblestones on your bellies, getting closer and closer. You both manage to get up. You see that you can feel Strider to your right. There's a pile of, feels like goods. There's some barrels, there's some bags, there's some crates. They're all stacked up beside you. Spruce, feeling off to your left, you feel the side of a building. You're just outside the radius of light from the torches these guys ahead are holding. The confrontation is getting more physical. They're shaking the promoter, and one of the ruffians has his knife very close to her. She, for her part, is loudly and angrily protesting and threatening to call for the assistance, although you hear a quaver in her voice. This alleyway is secluded enough that you're not sure anyone can hear her scream except you. You two are within striking distance. What would you like to do?
Spruce.
I want to cast Minor Illusion, and I want to make it seem like smoke is coming. Wait, can I do something really crazy?
You can make a sound, freak them out.
Oh,
Maybe.
I thought I could do an image. Create a sound or image.
You can create an image. I believe the image is rather small. Yeah,
no larger than a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
The image can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect.
So, I mean, I thought maybe smoke, if that counts as, like, obscuring.
You could obscure a 5-foot square.
Okay, I'm gonna make it look like supplies or something that like they've caught on fire somehow, and it's just causing smoke
Okay.
to block their view of her.
Well, there's a staircase right here. You create the illusion that the stairs are smoking. All of the thugs and the promoter turn to their right and are staring at the stairs kind of in consternation. Strider, what would you like to do?
I'd like to cast Dissonant Whispers on the guy threatening
Okay.
the promoter.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to cast it at level 1. So go ahead and cast it.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Now, who are you casting it on?
Wait, which one's the leader? I think it's this guy.
Well, you're not sure which one the leader is. The one that was doing most of the talking was this one.
Okay.
The one that's doing most of the threatening is this one.
All right, I'll hit the guy that's threatening. He's the
Okay.
most immediate problem.
All right, so he makes a wisdom throw, DC 14. Well, let's see, he takes... He, like, shakes his head and drops his grip on the promoter, kind of goes, and then just takes off running. The other two look at him strangely, and then both draw their weapons and begin sort of looking out into the darkness. They can't see you yet. Roll initiative.
Cool.
It's a surprise attack. You gotta get a surprise.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, Strider, you didn't.
Yeah, I missed.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'll add you in. You're a 14. Okay.
Because she's better than a 10.
All right. The masked enforcer is looking around, and he holds his turn. This masked scoundrel just sort of cowers out 30 feet out where he's at. Spruce, it's your turn.
God dang it.
You don't have any spells or anything?
I've got a few things, but it's just if I do any of them, they're gonna see where we are.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out some way of like distracting them, because that's the Spruce way to go. Is he's just gonna sit here and think about it for too long.
You can wait a turn.
You're supposed to be role playing this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Just start yelling.
No, I'm gonna take a pot shot at that guy there with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Well, the wood right here sort of splinters and flies up in his face, and he waves his hands, dancing backwards in alarm. You don't hit him, but it seems like your miss actually freaked him out.
Well, all right.
The other scoundrel takes a step back and readies his action. Strider, it's your turn.
I don't have enough lantern fuel to do another flash attack with the lantern, because that's what I would do again if I could.
Nah,
You
I
have-
wouldn't waste lantern fuel like that.
Well, it's not a waste if we get out.
Yeah, I know. Alright, I'm gonna use my handy dandy crossbow. Woohoo! Oh, crap.
But Ma, it's just my boo.
Do you have any bonus actions that might be useful, Strider?
What about a bardic inspiration for Spruce? You
I-
got
Please
this, buddy.
don't.
You got this.
No.
No
You
worries.
don't got this. You do something. You do something.
Oh God.
I believe there is the possibility that your masks might be of use to you now.
Oh right.
Anima Octum.
That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a look.
The
That thing
look-see.
again.
Have a look-see.
Have a look-see.
Oh man, that would have been great.
That would have been nice earlier. Fug.
What did you just find out?
What a reroll.
Death. And more death.
Wow.
Just in combat, I would have had advantage on initiative. And gained 5 feet of movement. Damn it.
Well,
Alright. Oh, never mind. That's not a bonus action.
you can hold your turn for now. Or end your turn for now.
Yeah. But I kind of have a plan for the next thing.
Okay. The masked enforcer goes. And let's see. He tosses his torch out in front of him, illuminating you. And he yells and motions for the others to close in and attack. That's his action. Now the first scoundrel now looks back toward the action and begins moving back up, but he only manages to move to here. Bruce, it's your turn.
All right, well, time to pull out all the stops. Spruce is gonna come at this guy. I'm gonna activate my blood maledict thing. So there's fire on his sword.
Okay.
So that is minus D4, I think, on my HP.
Yes.
Or minus 4.
I don't remember if it was the full 4 or if it was the D4.
I think it's minus 4 because it's based on my level.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get D4 plus on whatever I attack.
Right. And it's off your maximum HP, not your current. So. And yes, it is a free action to use your mask.
Yeah, I'll activate it one more time because now I'm like scared. How much anima does it take to activate?
6 stays active.
3. Once you activate the mask, it takes 3 anima octum to activate it, and it stays active through your next long rest.
Oh, what the crud! This is really good. I didn't. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my
Always
god.
get
Okay,
to read
hold on.
character sheets.
It is. It's just sometimes I'll read stuff and they don't click, like how to apply it because it's ADHD, I guess. Oh my god.
My fingers type those letters for a purpose. Well, the masked man in front of you weaves between your sword blows, managing to avoid the brunt of them.
Whale poop.
And it is the second scoundrel's turn. He moves up on Spruce and swings at him clumsily. He misses.
Ha.
Strider, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna run over Nya
Okay.
and use Thunder Wave. Oops, too far.
Shouldn't I
then
get out of the
cutting
way for
words.
that?
Well, cover your ears.
She's still gonna get struck by the lightning.
Yep.
Lightning, it's just thunder.
Thunder wave.
You've been thunderstruck.
If I remember correctly, it does damage within like a 5-foot cube around you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Link it for me.
Can you like just like around like a little bit
Nope.
more away from me?
Can I go around the guy? No.
Nope.
Uh,
On a failed save. Okay. 15-foot cube. Everybody gets the thunder.
yes.
That may not be the wisest spell at this point.
I didn't say it was.
It's just she's desperate.
Hey,
This is not wisdom.
I
This
am
is survival.
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, it's gonna hit her too. Damn it.
Yeah, you may
Well,
want
it
to choose
doesn't
a different
say
spell.
I'm
it doesn't say radius. It says cube.
Well,
Okay. So it shouldn't hit her then. She'll be fine.
A 15-foot cube goes here
Oh.
all the way
Oh.
around.
Oh God. Oh yeah,
No,
that's
okay.
not a good thing.
I'm gonna move back a couple steps. Sorry, Spruce.
It's. I still say that wouldn't be the wisest thing.
You know,
Then
I'm
you're
just
gonna-
already.
Wise.
You're
I'm
gonna.
already low HP. It's fine.
How much HP?
No, it's low for me.
Why didn't you?
It's part of my blood right.
Look,
I lose
you
Uh,
HP.
you didn't cast it yet. This is giving you a chance to not do it.
I got nothing else at the moment.
You could just go up and whack him.
No, that's lame.
God damn it.
I want to make an entrance.
Dynamical entry.
Yeah.
Just jump in, catchphrase, and go.
Look.
Oh,
You
fuck.
could always try hold person. Hold person is also known as bee's knees.
It
Okay.
just bees kneels.
Because if they fail that, they're pretty much dead.
Okay. Fine. Who am I holding? Guy in front of me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It is a spell.
It's a spell. I mean, it's
Do I have that? I don't think I do.
if it isn't the
Oh, I
councilman.
see it. I see it. I see it. I'm sorry. Wow, I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. You're just not well informed.
Oh.
What?
Well, look at you.
I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just saying you weren't informed of what you had, even though you kind of put your character sheet together.
Oh, hush. I've slept since then.
What is your spell save? 14. And it is a wisdom saving throw. His arms lock to his sides, and he sort of vibrates there.
Which boy did you do this to?
I'm doing it to the one right in front of me. Sorry, you still got to deal with
Well, and he is paralyzed.
loudmouth.
The masked man in front of you kind of looks over towards the guy and says, "Oh shit, it's a spellcaster."
Do you
Attack of
yield?
opportunity.
And he disengages and runs away.
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, I could have. Oh.
The other guy sees what happened and he runs as well. The guy that you're on, well,
Can I
he's
let him go?
he's paralyzed. Well, whenever
Oh.
you release concentration on the spell, he falls to the ground and can't backpedal fast enough, and he runs away.
Are you all right, ma'am?
Zia, would you like to voice her?
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't expecting to. Oh, yes, I'm fine now that you're here. Oh, you wouldn't believe the trouble you get in as a promoter.
That happens often, huh?
Oh, well, more than it should.
Would you have done it?
Hmm?
Would you have given them what they wanted?
Oh, absolutely not. They don't deserve to see the surgeon's work.
They almost
However,
killed you.
well, I would hope that perhaps one of the assistants might have me revitalized. I mean, that is the surgeon's specialty. Tell me, are you new here?
Very. Revitalized?
Oh, well, yes. He is the master of live reincarnation.
Oh. I did not know that. My goodness.
Well, perhaps you should, go see a viewing then. I'll tell you what. Congratulations, both of you have just won a round of divination dice. How fortunate for you. Here are your tickets.
Oh, thank you so much. We've been dying to see this.
Wonderful. I expect you'll be very impressed.
Oh, yes. God, I can't wait. I've heard so much. It'll be great to see it with my own eyes.
Well, do enjoy, and remember, you won those.
Absolutely.
Best of luck to you, and thank you.
Same to you, and be careful.
Will
Be
do.
safe. Bring a weapon with you, ma'am. You need to learn how to fight. This is unacceptable for you to be just easily swayed when you're supposed to be promoting things. Like, this is terrible, really. You need to be more prepared.
Well, how fortunate for me that I have heroes such as yourself in this city.
Still, I agree. You might want to learn how to defend yourself. That's not
Well,
good.
I'll keep it in mind.
All right. You have a good evening.
You
Be
too.
safe. Spruce, this is great. We can get in.
With that, all of you have gained entry in one way or another to the viewing.
I was the only one illegitimate.
We just walk up like, oh, hi, guys. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
hi.
Fanning myself with this viewing ticket I have here.
It's so fancy seeing you here.
Yeah. Oh, you come
So-
here often?
You are all eventually led down into a theater. And zoom out a little bit, go to the right side of the map, and tell me if you can see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see the thing.
Yep.
Yep, I see.
The front of this theater,
Can Sam.
there's about 10 seats here, and they're filled with people. You are the last ones in. There's a window in a wall ahead of you. The room you're in is dark. The room ahead is well lit. You see a corpse on a table, burnt. Behind it, a strange man, sort of hunched figure. In fact, he appears to be sort of a very strangely proportioned hunchback, wearing a white lab coat. He stalks back and forth behind the table, his head curiously bird-like with its large plague doctor mask. Around you in the room that you're in, flesh golems serve as guards. They watch you impassively without making any movements, but you have no doubt that these things are suitable to protect the surgeon. There's a quiet air of anticipation in the room. Many of the people here are gripping the backs of the seats in front of them. The surgeon begins to speak. Welcome, welcome. Today we have man. Late 20s, burnt, you see. He have no skin at all, none. He gestures at the corpse on the table. Piercing wounds upon the extremities, a fatal puncture in the throat. He is dead, dead, dead. But I will show you a miracle. There is perfection in the flesh. When perfection cannot be destroyed, I will draw it out with blade and chemical. I will express the perfection of the flesh. Observe! With a heave, he pulls a large rectangular object covered with a sheet into the room. He whips off the sheet, revealing a cage with a large pig inside. The knitting of the sinew is a simple matter, like knitting blanket. Is this were the sum of all life, it would be dull and boring. He punctuates his words with wild stabs at the corpse, severing muscle and nicking bone. He stares blankly at the damage for a second, then stitches it up so finely that you can't tell it ever happened. He continues. The secret of life is in the expression. Look at this corpse. It has the form of a normal man. Normal men die. He is dead because his flesh is not properly shaped. He reaches through the spaced bars on the pig's cage and quickly inserts a needle into the back of the animal's head. It ceases its nervous stamping immediately and goes rigid. Only its eyes move, rolling in their sockets. The surgeon places both hands in the cage. He cuts so swiftly, he's holding the pig's intact skin in his hands before you even know what he's doing. He hangs the skin on a rack nearby and begins pulling muscle fibers off the pig with one hand, passing them to his other, where he weaves them into the ruined tissue of the man's corpse. The movements of his fingers are so confounding you can't look directly at his hands. It makes you dizzy. He flips the pig over and opens its ribs, placing his hand beneath its heart, so you can see it still beats. A lightning flick of his hand, and the man on the table has his sternum split and his ribs spread. With his other hand, he holds the dead, still heart. The flesh must be living, you see. The spark of life is essential, but it can be found anywhere. The pig is easy to work with, but in dire need, even a rat will work. I have brought a man from the brink of death with nothing but cockroaches. The spark is the important thing. The spark and the expression. He seems to be done with the repairs in the muscle and the skeleton. With fast strokes, splits the pig's skin into sections and sews it over the body with supernatural speed. He pours a great quantity of viscous yellow-green liquid over the corpse, and as he does so, the flesh takes on a human appearance. Now he bends close over the man's chest, cupping his dead heart with both hands. This man is dead because he did not know his true self. Which of you has ever seen his own heart? None! But I see it. He stares intently at the heart in his hands. I know it. Better than you know yourself. I can see the form of you within. I alone can remake you as you are meant to be. He dashes out of your sight for a moment, reappearing, pulling what you take to be some kind of totem at first. Then you see that it's some kind of post, seemingly made of flesh, from which several arms sprout. Up and down the post, humanoid features, mouths, eyes, ears, noses, grow in various stages of development. He cuts off two of the arms, attaching them to the corpse beneath its existing arms. The post bleeds where he removed the parts. He tosses a bit of powder on the wounds and strikes a flint. There's a bright flash, and the wounds are cauterized. He talks as he works. This one was an eater, a glutton. He will need more hands to appease his appetite, more and more. He cuts fingers from the two of the hands on the posts and begins attaching them around the mouth to create mandible-like appendages. It will be his strength. He will eat and be powerful. But we must account for his weakness as well.
If he is sated, he will lose his defining characteristics. His body will not reflect his heart. Unacceptable! We will fix it!
He pulls entrails from the pig and slices open the man's stomach. He seems to be constructing and attaching some kind of organic apparatus to the man's innards, but you have no idea what purpose it serves. When he is done, the corpse looks alien, multi-limbed and with strange protrusions. The chest is still open, exposing the heart. The surgeon pulls the pig's cardiovascular system out in one neat piece. Astoundingly, the heart still beats. You realize not a drop of blood has spilt throughout the process. He makes an incision in the heart. He tilts his head back and opens his beak and pours the blood into his mouth. It drains quickly and he makes a curious heaving noise. Then with a swift bob of his head, he stabs his beak into the dead man's heart, regurgitating the blood into it. With a blindingly fast motion, he stitches the heart, closes the ribs, and stitches the flesh. Then he throws a lever on the wall and begins turning a large crank. Lightning dances on the table and the corpse jerks about. Suddenly, the man opens his mouth and screams, and the surgeon shrieks in triumph. To your amazement, a mask appears on the freshly resurrected man's face. It forms around the new additions as though they're meant to be there. The surgeon rushes to the window and presses his hands against it. You are all incomplete, but I can make you whole. You have seen enough. And he yanks the curtains closed, and the guards in the room immediately begin ushering you out. Behind the window, the man continues to scream. You can't tell if it's in pain or shock or confusion. You are swiftly herded out of a side door and out to the front of the mansion.
Dang. Dang.
Yeah, what just happened?
You have seen the surgeon work.
I'm still in wild shape.
Yes, you are still in wild shape.
Wow.
Well, we will call it right here.
Okay.
You won a spot in the viewing. You saved a promoter and secured yourself some extra spots. And you've now seen the surgeon. And you understand what he's capable of. True resurrection. You also see what the mask collector meant, finally, when he talked about the surgeon's price. Once he gets a body to operate on, he has his own ideas of how that body should look.
Yikes.
Oh, that's intense.
Mm-hmm. Damn, we didn't get a chance to look for what the Gray Lady wanted.
I think just seeing that was enough for now. I'm gonna like go find an alley and throw up a little and think about my life a bit.
Mhm.
I follow.
Right behind you.
Tell you what, everybody give me wisdom saves. Oh, yes.
Oh no.
And you also see several people running to re-enter the line.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Didn't handle that so well.
Strider and Lux, both of you gain 8 stress.
Oh.
That's wild. Because I was sitting here thinking like Spruce would almost want to run back in there too because it looked really cool, even though it was absolutely horrifying.
Well,
Gotta admire Craftsman.
it was the most amazing thing you have ever seen.
Definitely.
I jumped down and like try to hide behind Lux to wild shape back into human form.
Okay, y'all managed to find a spot where Mooney can discreetly resume her natural form.
Mm-hmm.
And I just scream, "That was not human.
Mm-hmm.
That was a monster."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will end it here and pick up again next week.
Okay, cool.
Woo!
All right, guys, thanks for playing.
Bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Yay!
Alright,
Thank
good
you.
night.
Night.
Night.